It's new series time. We are up and running with the Barrow Boys. It's the Youth Academy career mode. There are some stipulations to this series, and you can probably tell what they are by the name of it. We are only allowed to sign players from our own Youth Academy or other regens within the save that have come from other clubs' youth academies. We are going to be starting right at the very bottom of the English pyramid. And with the way that I'm going to work things, we're going to be the worst side in this division, probably by a significant margin as well. There are two kind of godfathers of this style of save. Both Cutsy and Sparring DK have had their ongoing series like this for multiple years now. I'll leave their links in the description down below. If you've come across from Cutsy or Sparring DK's channels, then thank you very much for coming across and joining us on another Youth Academy career mode save. I tried something like this 3 or 4 years ago, and the save file got corrupted about half a season in, and we just kind of sacked it off. This time, gonna make sure that that doesn't happen. Hopefully on next gen, consoles will be a little bit more reliable. The Barrow shirt is in the post on the way, although this isn't so much about Barrow as a club. They just so happen to be the side that we're using for this save. It's all about the players that we sign, and it's going to be all about the stories that we build with those players. We're going to see people come in that are dog awful, and we're going to nurture them and bring them up to the upper reaches of the English and hopefully European pyramid as well. We're going to test and see how far dynamic potential can really go with some of these young players. Now the aim is to sell everybody that's currently at the club and replace all of them with Youth Academy prospects. Now we can do a handful already. We've got £900,000 in the transfer budget. That is going to get spent on youth staff. I have one scout already, and I'm going to hinder myself again by going youth scout with 1-star, and I'm going to keep the 1-star scouts for the time being. So we're going to go defence-minded from Wales. I'm going to hire another scout, but I can only afford another 1-star. I could go 3-star. That's all of my budget, and I'd like 3 different scouts. So we're going to sign Antti Nurminen. He's going to come in. We're going to send him to Scotland. Of course, Barrow is in the northwest of England and is quite close to Scotland, or closer to Scotland than most other clubs. So we'll send him to Scotland, and we'll send him looking for goalkeepers, because Christ knows we're going to need a half-decent goalkeeper to start. And then Ahmet Şimşek is going to come in. We'll send him to England. We'll scout domestically to start off with in these lower leagues, of course. And we'll send him out looking for technically gifted players. I'm only sending them out for 3 months apiece, because you guys are going to get the opportunity to dictate where we go moving forward. When we replace these scouts with higher quality scouts, it's going to be your feedback in the comment section that dictates where they go and what they're looking for. Primarily in the early season or two, more what they're looking for, because I would like to start domestic with English, Scottish, Welsh, Irish, Northern Irish players whilst we work our way up through the leagues, and maybe once we reach championship level we can start branching further abroad into Europe, Africa, South America, etc. So they are up and running, those scouts now. But of course we don't have a scout future star ability on FIFA 21, but you do get some players in your youth academy to begin. So let's see what we've got. Before I jump in though, do make sure you drop the video a like if you're looking forward to this save, and please subscribe to the channel with the notification bell tick so you don't miss an episode. It's going to come to you daily, as every other series always has, and hopefully you're going to really enjoy this one. So in our youth academy you get one guy that's a level above, and well, Mr. Bull is a level above. Lucas Bull, 6'3", 5-star, 94 acceleration, 85 sprint speed. We have landed on our feet here, and this is the first time I've loaded up the save. You know what it's like on this channel when it comes to playing through saves. We don't reload saves to get better results in games. We don't replay finals, etc. to make sure that we win. We do things once over. This was the first time I loaded this save, and we've fallen on our feet with Lucas Bull. So very, very quick. And look, his technical stats as well. He's got 70 finishing, 70 free kick accuracy. His crossing's good. His dribbling's good. His curve's excellent. His passing's brilliant. Oh, he's going to be the key man for us. He's coming straight in to the senior team, sir. We have Samer Salem from Morocco as a striker. He's got a 5-star skill move rating and 3-star weak foots. And he's got some pace too. His finishing's pretty rubbish, but He's going to go straight into the starting lineup. Yes, he's lower rated than any of our current real-life players, but the way that I'm going to work it, I'm going to gut the real-life club, and we're going to bring in not just select players. To start with, I'm going to call up everybody, regardless of how good they are. So we will have players in our team that are late 30s, early 40s in rating, and it's, to start off with, going to be more like a road to a first victory than a road to glory. I can't wait. We tried it on stream earlier on in the year. Oh, he's too young. He's still only 15. We can't call that left back up. That's not a problem. We tried something like this on stream earlier on in the year, right when FIFA launched, and you guys on stream loved it. So I said I wanted to bring it to the YouTube channel, and we are doing so now. These are our objectives for the season. Youth development-wise, you can see we've already done the first one. And long-term-wise, well, guess what? The youth players are going to be playing all of the games, so that's not a problem whatsoever. We're going to do that one too. Brand exposed, you get 5 games without defeat in away matches. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to do that. Financially, they want to keep salary growth down. That shouldn't be a problem because we're going to be gutting the club of all of the higher valued and more lucrative wage deals and bringing in youngsters that are, in theory, going to be earning less. Domestic success, avoid a finish in the bottom part of the league. Now, that, I believe, is the bottom 2. Because, of course, in real life, the bottom 2 get relegated out of League 2 down to the conference, which isn't in FIFA this year, or has never been in FIFA. So, Barrow are a side that came up from the conference last year. They and Harrogate are the 2 new sides in FIFA this year, in the English League. And, ooh, it's going to be tough not to finish in those bottom 2, but I believe, obviously, no continental success expected of us at this stage. So, I'm starting with a bog standard 4-4-2, and the lineup looks like that for now. But hopefully by even the end of this first episode, we'll have a number of new players in that starting lineup. Salem is going to go straight in, though, up top. I'll put him in for Scott Quigley. And, of course, on the left-hand side, Bull is going to go in for Njoli on that left wing. He's going to be so good! Oh, he's going to be the leading light of this save. And we are going to be having some absolute shitters come through our youth setup, lads. We're going to try and earn some extra money if we can through these early pre-season tournament games. There's a maximum of up to about £1 million to be earned from this pre-season tournament. So it's not going to make a massive difference. But with everybody, and I mean literally everybody I can, is on the shortlist. He's on the transfer list right now. So we are hopefully going to be gutting the team and bringing in as many youth players as we possibly can, even within this first episode. It's going to really be a massive swing in the state of the squad. We've had a loan bid for Salem already. Go away, Malmo. Sorry, boys. He is my starting striker right now. I have done my drills for training as well. I always use the same 3 for those of you that ask. Always use inside the dribbling zone because it's heavy, so you get the maximum boosts, and it's 5 people, so you get the most amount of people in it you can. I also always make sure that I do the shooting one at the end, counter-attack scenarios, and then in-game set pieces is the other one that I always do. That way you get the most out of as many people as possible throughout the course of trying to scout. So, obviously at this particular moment in time, this early on in the save, there aren't any free agents that are regens. At least there weren't when I first loaded the save. I'll go and check and we'll see if there are any free agents that have come in to come into availability basically, and I'm just going to accept any bid that comes in. I'm not worried about. Oh no, let me negotiate that. I don't want a player in exchange, obviously not unless they're a regen. If he was a regen, then I might do it. But we'll remove the exchange player and propose a new transfer fee. Oh no, not that. They're not going to pay that. Honestly, finances at this stage aren't an issue, and all we're doing basically is trying to raise funds to pay for scouts in the future, and that's not going to be a problem by the time we've sold absolutely everybody that we want to sell. So let's have a look and see if there are any youth regens in the free agents list already. I will search for players up to a maximum of 19 years of age, and there aren't any. There are no regens still. Just have a quick look forward. Oh, there is one. Roop Alho, a CDM. I'll have a scout of Roop Alho, but initially in this first season I'm going to be leaning away from the free agents. I'm going to be looking to sign purely from my own youth scouts because I want the difficulty. I want the struggle of not having anybody that's rated higher than like 45 rated in my starting lineup. Now, it's going to be slightly more unrealistic with the way that we work transfers with outgoings, etc. Like, I just rejected that bid there for Ball from Brentford. Obviously, if I was doing a regular series, I would accept that bid because they're a championship side and he'd want to progress his career. I will only sell players when we feel we have an adequate replacement in the squad and that we feel that we've completed that specific player's personal story, their own journey. It's a journey for us as a club, it's a journey for us as a manager, but each individual player is going to have their own journey as well, and it's going to be unique to this save, which is the best thing about this sort of save. Everything only happens once, because they're all unique players to this save, which is so good. I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into this. I can't tell you guys how excited I am to have a series like this on the channel, and hopefully you guys show it massive support. Barry has been sold. We've had a transfer bid for Quigley. He's going to go out. We've had a transfer bid for Jones. He's going to go out as well. We are literally gutting everything. Right, now I am going to sign Rup Alho here, and he's going to come in, but be my only signing from the free agents to begin with, because I want to see what my scouts look like first. I'll approach to sign him. He's probably not going to want too much a week. My manager guy is pretty casual this time around. We went kind of we went kind of Pep Guardiola-esque with the jumper in Spain, but we're going to just be super cash down in League 2. We're not going to be that professional. I'll try and sign everybody for as long a contract as I possibly can, because obviously we're going to need them to be at the club that long to maximise their potential growth. No release clause is fine. That's not a problem. And wage-wise, it says recommended of 3,500, but I'll remove that bonus, and they may even just accept that. They've asked for 1,900. They'll ask for 2,003 once I've taken the bonus off. That's fine. We have a second, or a third even, new player at the club, and he will go, of course, straight into the starting lineup, because that's how this series works. Regens come in, real-life players go out. We have ourselves new players. Now, I will go through and change development plans and change positions, perhaps, depending on each player and what we get in as we progress through the save and through these first couple of episodes, once we know who we're going to want to have in what position and how we're going to want to try and grow them depending on what their stats look like. So I will cut back to you now in a few days' time when I've had those first scout reports back and we can really fill out the squad. We've arrived at the first game of the season against Forest Green. Now, I'm not going to play a game until I've got more regens in the side, because currently we only have 3. So we'll quick sim this and we'll start with a 1-1 draw. But our goal is scored by Salem, which is a great start. He could be a very good striker for us come the long term. We're waiting to see what we're going to get from our first few squad reports with the scouts, and I'm really excited to see who we're going to be able to get in here. We've had another transfer offer for another player that we're going to look to sell. So the squad is actually getting a little bit thin now as players have been leaving left, right and centre, and you can see that we're running out of players. So if it gets to the point where, well, it's not going to get to the point because we'll get our scout. There we go. We'll get our scout reports back. Let's go. Right, so we've had a bid for Taylor, which we've accepted one. Actually, we've got another from St Patrick Athletic, which we'll accept, and a bid for Kagosi as well, which we will also accept. So, our first scout report has come back with 2 people from Wales. Harry Green, who's 6'6", sign. Kai Glynn, who's 6'2", sign. Let's have a look at. We'll have a look through them scout at a time and see what we're getting in. We've got a right back and a CDM. Now, Glynn is 15, so I can't call him up yet. But Harry Green is able to be called up. 6'6" at right back. He screams and already has in his positions there, as you could see, centre back as one of his available positions. So he's going to get retrained rather obviously as a centre-back until he's about to leave. So we'll throw Green in there and I will immediately adjust his development plan to get that change towards being a centre-back underway as soon as possible. Nobody else have I made a decision on yet as to what I'm going to do with their positions, because we're still waiting to see what else we get through. What else we get through is From Scotland, we have just Rory Angus as a goalkeeper. So he will come in and be our starting GK. Just the one option so far in goal. And he is 47 rated. That's not as bad as it could potentially have been. We, I think in the one we did on save, had a player that was like late 30s to be our go-to goalkeeper, which really wasn't that good. But Angus, hopefully, can be pretty decent for us. He's 6'3", so he's quite tall. His diving's decent. His positioning is god-awful, though. So the sooner he starts to grow, the better, because it's from now, when these really low-rated players start coming into the side, this is where we start to lose all ability to be any good on the pitch. We'll sign James Dennis. We'll sign Reggie Metcalf. They're both good enough and old enough, most importantly, to be able to be called straight up into the side. And actually, a couple of them, like Glenn and Metcalf, could grow quite nicely. 48-year-old left winger, Reggie Metcalf. I might swap him to be a right winger. He is left-footed, though, but does have a 5-star weak foot. Perfect! So he can go out onto the right-hand side. So let me sort his development plan first, because we know that we're going to change him to the right-hand side of midfield. We'll change you to a right winger from a left winger. Brilliant. Up you come to the first team, sir. And Dennis, 45 rated, 4-star skills. Physical stats aren't that bad, but technically, obviously, he's pretty poor. But that's the nature of the save. That's the nature of what we're going to be doing here. So he will go straight into the starting lineup. Dennis, welcome, sir. Let me put Metcalf in on the right-hand side of midfield. So we've Salem, Allo, Dennis, Bull, and Green and Angus. We're very nearly there already with a starting 11, and that's all of our scouts sent out and back already from this first scout report. So we will work our way through the remainder of the August summer transfer window, trying to sell as many more of the first team players as I can, and we should be left with enough regens and loanees that we don't end up running out of players and have to forfeit any games. I'm going to obviously reject any bids for these newbies to start, and we, rather aptly actually, as our first game that we play against the other new side at this level, our first home game, our first played game, will be against Harrogate Town, which is the team that Cutsy used for his save. I believe Sparring used Bolton. Metcalf will have his position changed very shortly indeed. Alho, I will change him to a centre mid because, well, he has centre mid on his positions, which is a great start. And I'm not going to be playing a CDM to begin with. 27 weeks, are you sure? Okay, that might be something we have a little bit of trouble with, but that's part and parcel of doing a save like this. So off we go then for our first played game as a youth academy side. Barrow versus Harrogate Town. Kirby forward to Martin and Muldoon. Now it is going to be a struggle in this first year to compete in League 2, but that's the joy of it. That's where the story element comes in. You guys know that my long-term saves always have twists and turns, ups and downs, and there's always a hell of a story with almost every single team that we build. And this is going to be kind of that on steroids. It's going to be that story element that you love, growing kind of affection to certain players in a squad, and it's going to become hopefully one of the best, well-loved saves that we've ever done on the channel. That is my dream for this save, that it will become one of the channel favourites, like the Leeds save from last year, like Southampton from FIFA 18, like all of the Cambridge RTGs. That's what I want from this save, and I'm sure you guys will love this and give it 3 or 4 seasons, and when we're challenging for promotion up to the Premier League, if we even get that far in 3 or 4 seasons, with hopefully some of these original starting players. Oh, what a goal to concede in League 2, a cheeky little back heel. Then it's just going to be so good, and I'm genuinely really passionate about how good this series could be. Unfortunately, we've conceded a goal and we're 1-0 down here against Harrogate, but that wasn't because we had low-rated players. That was because Harrogate put together a really goddamn good move. 1-0 to them, but there's plenty of time left. I'm trying to put him under pressure here with Dennis, and he's done it well, but couldn't force the mistake out the man. Here's Leasley. Eardley couldn't close him down, and Martin. That's a good piece of footwork, and Kirby could play him in again. Harrogate playing some nice stuff here. Muldoon. That should be safe enough. Angus just gets his hand to it. It's not the best. The goalkeeper's obviously at 47 rated, so if shots start being peppered on our goal, a lot of them are going to go in to start with whilst we wait for him to grow, but he will get better. We believe that he will become one of the best goalkeepers in this division, hopefully by the end of Season 2, or at least partway through Season 2. That's the plan. Some of these players that we've newly signed should be here with us for quite a while. And Salem is in, and this is where his pace comes in handy, and he is left-footed. Salem! Oh, no! This is the target, Salem! Oh, mate! That was your chance! You scored the only goal of this save so far for the club in competitive play. Oh, and he is right-footed! Oh! What's his finishing? 54. 59 with the boosts. Oh, I thought he should have buried that. It's going to take a little while to get used to playing with Salem and not Cucho Hernandez, isn't it? Jeez Louise! 36 minutes in, it's still 1-0 Harrogate. Alho across to Donahue. And down the line. Bull there. He's not had much to do so far, Bull, but he is our highest rated player and our best prospect by quite a margin on both fronts. And Jolie into Salem. Spins well. Salem! Goal for Barrow! It's Salem again! Oh, that was much better. We're level, and he continues to be our only goal scorer in league football this season. Lovely spin. And the acceleration to get away. We've been so lucky with the two original signings we had at the club in Salem and Bull. They are going to be with us for a while, I feel. And if Salem can keep up that level of goal scoring and finishing ability, rather than the first effort he had in the first half, then we could be better than initially thought this season. Oh, we are level against Harrogate. Let's go. 25 minutes to go. Can we get a win? Can we get a win? It took ages to get a win when we tried this on stream. We only managed 4 or 5 months in game, but we were rock bottom and our job was in trouble for the majority of it. But, oh, it's a lovely turn by Njoli. Oh, look out wide for Bull. Can he find someone in the middle? Maybe. Metcalf to knock that down. Alho is looping! Oh, it's off the bar! Oh, it still could go in! Oh my god! I love League 2 football. It's just so unpredictable. To Salem. Oh, is he going to turn provider now? Salem and Jolie. And Jolie! Barrow 2! Harrogate 1! Let's go! The road to the win might be over already! Oh, yes! We're in front. Salem with the assist this time. The runner around him is strike partner, who won't be his strike partner for long because he's not going to be at the club for long. And Jolie, a real life player that we're going to be selling on. But Mikhail, for now, joins Salem as a man with a goal for Barrow in League 2. Oh, let's go. We're winning with a 47 rated goalkeeper and a 46 rated centre-back with a 45 rated centre-mid and 48 rated winger and a 53 rated striker who's actually pretty damn good. Oh, he's dropped the shoulder nicely. Let's not throw it away now, lads. Let's not throw it away now. Our goalie's not going to save much that's fired at him this season, I don't think. Donahue goes down. Is that a foul? The ref says no. Ah, no! Keeps! Oh, no! In the 91st minute in stoppage time, all the Barrow players are on the floor. Oh, Keeps. What have you done to me? They're going to equalise and we're going to draw against Harrogate. The road to the win continues. It's not over yet. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, such are the ups and downs going to be like in this save. In the first played game, that's what it's going to be like all season long. Oh, no. Oh, fine. Okay, not a problem. Not a problem. We were really good there. Go on, Cambridge. Get a 2-0 win. Oh, dearie me. Woo! I'm going to simulate most of the remainder of the games this month. We may play Salford at the end, but I want to get to the beginning of the next month so that we can have another influx of new players before we move any further forward. We've lost to Sheffield Wednesday there with a 3-2 defeat. Bull on the score sheet. For David, who stat tracks for us, I shall try and make sure that I keep everything up to date for you. So Salem has, well, you can see them here. Bull got the one in the Carabao Cup. It was Donahue got the other one in the Carabao Cup, Dave. If you guys weren't aware, and I'm periodically throughout the course of the save, I'll show you some of Dave's stuff. He tracks stats in my saves with goal scorers and assists and everything else. So I'll keep that up to date for you, Dave, and I'll make sure to, or try to make an effort to show all of the score sheets as they come in. But you can see here what everybody is at this stage. That's the just for Dave section. That's the just for Dave section. We are 15th, a lofty 15th after 2 games, undefeated in League 2. Won't be that way for long, spoilers, but we've Leyton Orient next here. I'll probably play the last game of the month against Salford, to be honest. And then, I just want to get more players into the club and see what we get. We'll quick sim this one as well. And Bull with one and Alho with the other. Ball with one and Alho with the... Oh, Cambridge lose to Crawley. For those that are wondering, no, I won't just throw any game against Cambridge. I will absolutely try my hardest in every single game. Metcalf's position change is available and ready to be done. From the left to the right. He's across there now, so let's see what else we can do. Inverted winger, do we want to train? I kind of want to train his dribbling first. Let's go for wide winger, shall we? Improve his dribbling. I want his passing too to go up. But I need that acceleration and sprint speed kind of to go up as well. Wide playmaker to improve his passing first. Passing is his lowest stat, really, isn't it? Let's do passing first. It's only going to take 5 weeks. Everybody is going to get the chance to grow exponentially this season, I hope. Dixon, don't worry, mate. It was the wrong opposition, pal. Not that you're going to be getting any games anyway. Oh, and Green can be changed to a centre-back. Fantastic. So Green from a 46 rated right-back to a 47 rated centre-back. Vamos! He's getting better already. What do we train him as? To be fair, his pace is all right at the minute already. If I can change his acceleration slightly, then that might be preferable. Stopper. Physically, doesn't really need much other than strength, really, at this stage, and stamina, perhaps, as well. Ball playing centre-back, I'm not that worried about. Defensive centre-back. Let's go for that. Defensive centre-back to improve his strength. Doesn't need jumping. The guy's 6'6". Stand tackle, heading accuracy. Yep. Defensive centre-back, let's train you there and improve his defensive work rate, because that's going to be crucial, actually, if he's got a high attacking work rate already by default. So we're going to want to up that. Oh, I'm so excited about this save. You guys can't even begin to understand how refreshing this is. I loved the Mallorca save, don't get me wrong, but I love it. These long-term League 2 to the Prem RTGs are just my bread and butter. As... Who scored our goal? Bull again on the score sheet for us, but we lose to Walsall, unfortunately. Not to worry. Cambridge replicate our 2-2 draw against Harrogate, although away from home rather than at home. A transfer bid for Taylor, which we shall accept. And a transfer bid for Banks. So we'll remove the exchange player out of that and propose a new transfer fee of £320,000. And they should accept that straight off the bat. We won't have to worry about it. Thank you, Accrington Stanley. Accrington Stanley? Who are they? Well, they're now fucking League me, so they're probably going to beat us when we play them. Right, up next for us in the league. Oh, no, there's a bid for Bedling. There's a bid for Bedling, and it's a swap deal as well. They love a swap deal, don't they, the AI at this stage? Well, sorry, I don't want any real-life players. Get gone with you, Jesper Gustafsson. I don't want you. I don't want you at all. Will you accept £317,000 for Tom Bedling? You will! Mjallby is where Tom Bedling will most likely end up. It's Oldham. Is that a new badge for Oldham? I'm sure that's a new badge for Oldham. I don't recognise that. I did wonder when it came across whose badge that was. Obviously, stamina is going to be a bit of an issue in this save as well. A 0-0 draw. Go on, the lads. Stamina is definitely going to be an issue with these low-rated players, because when they regen, their physical stats, most notably their stamina, is always pretty rubbish to start off with. But, oh, this could be absolutely superb for us. Bedling sold, Banks sold. This is all coming together nicely. I know how you feel, Tom. Don't worry, mate. The boys might feel that we should be doing better, but actually I'm pretty delighted to be as high as 16th after 5 games. 4 points is fantastic for a first haul. How many real-life players we got left? And Jolie, Donahue, Davies, Erdley. Oh, we still got quite a few. We're definitely going to need some more players to come through that youth system. But we'll sim this one against Salford. Apologies that there's only one game in this first episode. We won! Erdley and Jolie with the goals. Let's go! Another one. A win! A win! The road to win is complete. We're off the mark. Oh, screw the EFL trophy. I hate that competition. Transfer deadline day is probably going to be pretty quiet for us, lads, just to let you know. Oh, we've had an offer for DeVitt, though, and we'll accept that. I'll wait for the 3 months to go up with our scouts that are currently out, and then with the money that we've raised in this transfer window, a loan offer for Dennis, which we will reject. With the money that we've raised in this transfer window, we will improve our scouts in the month. Well, it'll probably be what? October by the time we get there. DeVitt sold. So the squad is going to be thin on the ground, although we are about to welcome some new players to the team in a moment's time when we get those fresh players in from the second month's scout reports. But as per usual, in a save like this, or in all of my saves, we'll go month at a time per episode. So we'll power our way through it, and hopefully we'll have plenty of players growing superbly well throughout the course of this save. But that's going to be all for the transfer window. We've sold as many as we possibly could. And we've raised probably a half-decent amount of money now. Window is closed. Youth squad monthly report. As soon as these guys turn 16, I will call them up. 72 to 92 for Kai Glynn. He's going to be a baller. Oh, he could be with us for a very long time as well. Colchester in the cup? Don't care, mate. Really not asked about that competition. Any fan of a lower league side in real life will tell you that competition is a load of BS and just a distraction. Right. Give me my next scout report, please. Monthly scouting report. Here we go. Oh, what are you on about, Donahue? You want a new contract? Maybe at some point in the future, pal. Kind of want to sell you first. You can sign a contract with someone else. Right. Riley Banks. Oh, 71 to 94 potentially. He's only 15 though, so he can't get involved initially. But Oliver Goodwin can. Let's have a look and see how good those two are. In actual fact, I'm probably, once I've got one more goalkeeper in, I might as well recall my goalkeeper scout, mightn't I? So, Oliver Goodwin, 42 rated, a cam. Yikes! And a 71 to 94 potential right winger in Riley Banks. Promote... Oh, I can't, he's too young. Okay, Goodwin, we'll promote you to the senior team. A CDM to start with. Well, we currently have regens in our starting lineup in those positions, so he will replace someone on the bench, Goodwin. He'll come in as a cam that I'll probably retrain as a centre mid, because although I might leave him as a cam, because eventually we will undoubtedly change formation, perhaps even multiple times throughout the course of this save, so I'm not sure where I'm going to prioritise position change-wise to start with. Gavin Jenkins, 71 to 94 potential, although he's only 15. Rodri Don is going to come in, and he's going to be probably pretty rubbish because his value was only 70-odd thousand pounds. Let's have a look and see where he plays. It looked like he could play pretty much anywhere. Rodri Don is a centre-back, 6'1". Physically, not that bad. Technically, goddamn awful, but can play in a number of positions as well. But to be fair, is best suited to playing at centre-back. So we'll promote him to the senior team, and we've still 4 15-year-olds here. Some of these guys are going to be with us for quite a while, you know. Some of these guys are going to be with us for quite a while. Davies, you're too real life for me. Let's put the Don in at centre-back. He's not very good at all. We are getting worse. This isn't normally how a series starts, is it? You don't start by getting worse. You're supposed to start by getting better. Oh, I forgot our last scout report. Who's the better of the two? 160 grand, 70 grand. Let's call up Dave Stoddart. And Ian Forbes. Let's just have 3 goalkeepers then. Let's call up Ian Forbes, and then what I will do is I will recall my youth scout. 48 and 49 rated. 6'4", Dave Stoddart. He's going to be better than our current starting goalkeeper, so we'll promote you. And I might just leave Ian Forbes there for now, whilst we wait for others to get drafted in. But for now, Stoddart goes into the starting line. Sorry, Angus. You've been decent, pal. But I think Stoddart's going to be better than you. Better diving, handling's the same, better kicking, better reflexes. Positioning's actually worse for Stoddart, which sucks. But his speed is worse. His positioning is much better. Okay, Stoddart is in. We have... Oh, guys, it's coming together. It's all coming together. I'll go through and address people's development plans in between episode 1 and 2. And let me recall my staff member that was looking for goalkeepers. We'll recall him. And actually, I will replace him in the next episode. I'm not going to... Well, I'm going to record episode 2 ahead of time. So I've got one for Saturday and Sunday before I start recording again on Monday. So I won't be able to take on board your feedback immediately. But we are going to sign another higher rated... I won't go for the absolute best scouts. I'll go for kind of a mid-range. We'll work our way up through the scouts. Just as hopefully we're going to work our way up through the system. So, Alo's away on international duty. God damn it, why did I sign a bloody Finn that's too good? Well, at least we've got a youth regen that can come in, albeit he's shite at 42 rated. So, we have 2 centre-backs and a complete midfield, a goalkeeper and a striker. We've an extra midfielder as well, an extra goalkeeper too. The side is being born. And we've had some decent results too. That will bring to a close episode 1, gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you're looking forward to this save, because I bloody well am. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already with the notification bell ticked. Starting on the YouTube channel number 2, the second channel today will be the new Football Manager save as well. I'll mention that again at the beginning of tomorrow's episode, because I'm going to put episode 1 live on this channel and on the second channel where the series will continue. So you'll see episode 1 of that save actually here as well. But that Football Manager save will continue on the second channel, which is Chesnoid Plays, a link to which you can find in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching, boys. Let's get it. The Barrow Boys are born. Vamos! I'll see you next time.